To those who enjoy folklore stories, I have a story to tell. Once upon a time, and long time ago, in a village called Abin, it was based in a state called Oyo State. It was a village full of life. Everything was bringing to the fore. Every article, every gossip, every song was followed by a beat drum of an African culture. Respect was order of the day, and anything that is bad was frowned upon. So goes the story of Adebayo and Folake, who happened to be a married couple who lived in that village. Their love was true love and envied by many. He was the man who valued his ancestors. He was a man who carried the ancestral expectations on his broad shoulders. And the love for his wife was undoubted. It was pure and unwavering. Folake was a graceful woman. She was devoted and always by her husband's side, and the loyalty was never questioned. But then, things do happen. One day, Adebayo went to the market. He went past the market. He saw his wife standing there with a man. I can imagine what he was thinking at that moment. Why was his wife standing so freely in public with another man? Considering that Adebayo was a big traditional and well-respected man in the community, why would the wife do that? What were they talking about? Why were they standing the way they did? Maybe they are too close, but then, because of pride, Adebayo couldn't even come close to ask. Neither could he ask anyone for fear of gossip. He couldn't ask anyone who Folake was talking to. He told himself, wait until I get home. She is going to explain what is going on. Because as he was looking at him, his blood was boiling. His blood pressure was rising. He could see that the fire inside him was starting to show. So he decided, I am going home. I'm going to wait for her to come. As he was waiting, his heart was beating so fast he could jump out of his mouth. I am very sure even chickens, when they were crowing, he would kick them. Even dogs, he probably didn't want to see anything cross in his path. That's how much Adebayo was angry at his wife. You see, judging things before you know can be fatal. 1 minute, Folake came back home, found her husband very upset. I can imagine he probably wasn't even able to speak because of the fuming. He was fuming. And guess what? He asked one simple question. He followed her inside. And he asked her a simple question with a very thunderous voice. I am glad he didn't hit her. He asked her about what he saw earlier, asking her who was the man you were speaking with in the market today. Don't you dare lie to him. But his wife was shocked because, the innocent doesn't fear accusation. He kept on going and forcing him to say what happened. And the wife explained that the man was her business partner, whom she buys fish from. But did Adebayo listen? Did he even believe her? The answer is no. He just completed the conversation in his mind. He knew exactly what they were talking about because Adebayo was a very jealous man, and already his jealousy has clouded his judgment. As Adebayo kept pushing his wife around, trying to make her to tell the truth, to confess, she kept repeating the same thing, that the man she was with is a business partner. But Adebayo didn't want this. He pushed Folake around on the walls. He tried to get her to shake her to tell the truth, until accidentally Folake slipped and fell. He broke her head and she started bleeding. Adebayo thought, what is the next thing? The next best thing is to bury her so that nobody will know what he done. He waited until evening and then he took his wife to bury her in the forest. But he forgot one thing, every person has spirit and the spirit will fight. He went back home and told himself whoever asked, he will tell them that she left because of cheating. As she was carrying his guilt around, neighbors started noticing Folake is nowhere to be seen. They started asking after him. He kept lying until an elder one day asked him, where is Folake? Because the last time I saw her, she was in the marketplace with that businessman who sells fish, the one who supplies her with fish. And that's when he realized he made a mistake. Folake was right. But the damage has been done already. So he had to control the situation. He had to do damage control on the whole situation. He started lying. And people were like, okay, but when someone is lying, you can actually see. But then they didn't have anything they can point at. That is fact. That can get him in trouble. But then villages. News, they travel fast. News are more than water. Everyone greets each other because of things like this. Has anyone seen Folake? Where is Folake? What happened to Folake? Every time that question was asked, Adebayo wouldn't sleep. And trust me when I tell you, Folake came back. She came back and started haunting him, telling him to go and confess. to go and confess to the family what he has done. He started running away, running out, trying to hide behind thumbs, behind stones. But Folake was on his case. He ended up going to the market looking bewildered. His eyes could tell a story because he didn't know what else to say. And guess what happened? Folake kept coming. He gave him 3 days to confess or face the consequences. Adebayo didn't do such until the day she came with her friends from beyond the grave. They started beating him. They beat Adebayo. They beat Adebayo until Adebayo ran to Folake's home to confess of what he's done. But guess what? The family couldn't do more than what he was going through because now he was mad. He ran mad. Folake she got her justice. She got her justice, and Adebayo ended up mad. And now over something he could have believed, or he could have asked around about, or he could have trusted his wife. Well, the story ended, but then now the lesson of the story is that never jump to conclusions. Always try and find out the truth. And jealous, when they say it makes you nasty, that's what happened to him. He became a nasty person at the end. That is the end of Folake and Adebayo's story, and I hope someone has learned from it.